Well, the countdown is on, and I know since it's Christmas Eve, you're thinking, well, the countdown's on to Christmas. But our guest would tell you it's also the countdown to tax time. Yeah, what you do now could impact your money for next year. And so Ryan Dodson of Staniland Dodson and Associates, certified public accountants, is here with us to talk about taxes and your money. What better way to talk about that than on Christmas Eve when you spent a whole bunch of money, right?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So 'tis the season to give to charity. It's also a very, very busy time. So what's the big deal if we decide to give to charity after the holidays instead of right now?
So the thing I want to make sure everybody does, if they're going to make a charitable donation, is get it in by December 31st. And that doesn't matter. That means you can either, go online or go to their website and pay with a credit card. And so as long as you've paid with the credit card, or if you've written the check and you actually put it into the mail, if you do one of those two things, then yes, you get to count that as a tax deduction here in 2024.
Okay, by the 12/31. Now, so now is the time for those last minute donations, right? And all that other kind of jazz. One of the ways we can give to charity is by using money not out of our pocket, but from stocks that maybe have made money. So let's explain how we do that.
Absolutely. It's been a great year for the stock market. It's gone up quite a bit. A great way, if you own stock, to donate to charitable organization is to donate those appreciated stocks. And the great thing about it is that, say you bought that stock for $100 and now it's worth $300. And when you donate it now, and you donate the stock to the charity, you're able to get a deduction for the full $300, and you do not have to pay capital gains on that gain that you made from holding onto that stock. So it's an absolutely great way to give to charities if you have appreciated stock.
Okay, gotcha. All right, but you might need to talk to your financial advisor about how to do that. So you might need to make a call.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. The holidays mean that we get new things to replace old things, and so we need to keep track of that too.
Yes, yeah, and so absolutely. So just keep in mind with the holidays that are coming up, with making sure that that if you've moved, make sure that you have let your employer know, or better yet, sign up for an online portal. A lot of employers have those online portals. If you can do that, you're going to make sure you get your information as quickly as possible.
Okay, and if we go to Goodwill, we need to write that off and we need to keep that and all that other kind of jazz. Okay, so let's talk about this. When it comes to the end of the year, there's a lot of benefits that we get, and some may expire, like some of those health benefits.
Yeah, so a lot of folks have through their employers a flexible spending account. And the one thing that's great about this is that you put money into this flexible spending account and you don't pay any taxes on it, income taxes or even Social Security taxes, but it comes with a catch. And that catch is that you have to spend it by the end of the year. Sometimes there's a little bit of grace period into next year, but the point of it is that, look, if you have money sitting in your flexible spending account, you need to use it before you lose it.
Use it before you lose it. That's right. If you got to go and you got to buy a couple extra things just to make sure, you don't want to leave money on the table. All right, tax day seems a long way off, but tax-related information will soon be mailed out. What do we need to be paying attention to?
Yes, so a couple things for information coming out. One of them I've mentioned a little bit prematurely. So it was making sure that your employer has your corrected address. They're going to be mailing out these things. They're required to send them out by the end of January. Same thing if you have any stocks or brokerage or interest with bank accounts. They're required to send those out either by the end of January or sometime in mid-February, depending upon them. You want to make sure they have your correct address to get your documents as soon as possible, or just go online and sign up. And the other thing that happens this time of year, or is happening right now, is that those who suffered maybe from identity theft, and the IRS is requiring them to do an IP PIN, which is like identity protection, personal identification number. And if you're required to have one of those, the IRS are mailing those out right now through the 1st of January. So please keep an eye out in your mailbox for those items, because you will need it to file a tax return.
Gotcha. We appreciate you helping us with the countdown, not to Christmas, but to tax day, because we know we'll be talking about it. Thanks so much, Ryan. We appreciate it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.